Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, I'm going to be introducing you to a brand new company on the channel. The name is AppTech Payments Corporation, and they're really involved in the fintech space. This company has a deep moat of intellectual property, a huge portfolio of patents, which we're going to talk about in today's presentation, really setting them apart from a lot of the other players in this space. Now, before we get into all that, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a huge help to myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. And let me know in the comment section below what you think about this company if you're currently holding shares of AppTech and how you think they stack up to some of the other players in the high growth fintech space. Now, with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be covering a company by the name of AppTech Payments Corporation. Trades under the ticker symbol APCX on the NASDAQ exchange in the United States. This is as of close on May 27th before the long weekend. You can see here, they closed out the session down about 4% on the day to finish out at 96 cents US. However, in after-hours trading, they were able to recover the 4 cents and balance out at $1 even. Now, if we pull up a 6-month chart on AppTech Payments, you can see they've been holding up relatively well compared to the broader market. And we actually see some pretty strong support levels right around the $1 back in December of 2021, and then right in at the 87-90 cent kind of range back in February of 2022. So definitely think this may be presenting a great buying opportunity if you're looking for exposure to the payment or fintech space. And as we're going to talk about in today's presentation, this is really a financial technology company focused on providing a variety of different payment options to their customers. Now, in terms of market cap, you guys, currently sitting in the neighborhood of about $15 to $16 million US. So definitely a small cap or micro cap company. And again, this is oftentimes where you find a lot of opportunity and a lot of upside potential if you're able to identify these type of high growth companies in the early stages of adoption or overall growth. Now, in today's video, we're going to jump over to the AppTech Payments website, take a look at their business model, some of the services that they offer. Then we're going to take a look at a very interesting article from Tech News Trends that lays out 5 reasons why they're so excited or bullish on AppTech Payments. Now, that being said, you guys, if we jump over to the AppTech Payments Corporation website, I'll leave a link in the video description below if you'd like to go in and do some additional research for yourself. If we look at the corporate overview or company overview, for those of you who aren't maybe super familiar with this company, you can see built upon 200 years of combined financial and technology expertise. This is really the leadership team that this company has assembled here. The AppTech FinTech platform will set the gold standard for the delivery of continuous digital financial innovation and commerce experiences. Our success and that of our clients will be attributed to ongoing commitment to solving challenges through technology enablement. And this is actually directly from the CEO, Luke D'Angelo, who we're going to look at a little bit later in today's presentation. Now, as we continue to scroll down, if you go into the About Us section, you can see AppTech Payments Corp is a publicly listed fintech company, again, in this high growth and extremely exciting fintech space, utilizing innovative payment processing and digital banking technologies to complement our core merchant services capabilities. Our patented and proprietary software, and this is key here, you guys, a lot of the technology actually deployed by AppTech is patent protected and extremely cutting edge, will provide progressive and adaptable products that are available through a suite of synergistic offerings directly to merchants, banking institutions, and business enterprises. So serving multiple different customers or groups of clients within this fintech or payment sector. AppTech is developing an embedded, highly secure digital payments and banking platform that powers commerce experiences for clients and their customers. Based upon industry standards for payment and banking protocols, we will offer standalone products and fully integrated solutions that deliver innovative, unparalleled payments, banking, and financial services experience. Our processing technologies can be taken off the shelf or tapped into via our RESTful API, so a direct API plugin, to build fully branded and customizable experiences while supporting tokenized, multi-channel, and multi-method transactions. So a very adaptable platform, super innovative technology that can be used again in a multiple of different situations or use cases depending on the needs of the client. And you can see they specifically call out the intellectual property. Again, this is one of the key differentiators of AppTech compared to some of these other payment companies. And you can see they actually list the patents here. So if you click on these, this takes you directly to the United States Patent and Trademark Office, where you can see the specific patents obtained from AppTech Payments Corp. Now, these patents are what allows the company to send URLs and text messages. They're responsible for helping to create the industry protocol known as Wireless Access Protocol, or WAP push in the industry. WAP is very commonly used when you receive a text message with a link to download content or an application to your smartphone. So this is actually what enables payment via text messages. And you can actually see this is the backbone that supports system and method delivering for web content to a mobile device. Now, if you continue to scroll down, you can see they've also got a patent for mobile-to-mobile payment options. So this patent was developed for moving money from cell phone to cell phone, person to person, or person to business. We believe, so AppTech believes, it sparked the creation of what's known as P2P or peer-to-peer payments, by allowing users to move money by text message, click, tap, or scan. So opening up new functionality or payment options for their customers. Now the final one here is computer to mobile or two-way chat system methodology. This patent allows for communication from a computer to a mobile phone via SMS text messaging. This technology or similar technology is most used in social media messenger apps or chat features. So you can imagine when you're chatting with your friends on your favorite social media platform, the messages are not actually moving from your cell phone directly to their cell phone. Rather, the messages you send through your phone are being sent to the app's computer base, processed, and then rerouted to the receiver's mobile device. So 3 different ways or 3 different patented systems to move money around using technology. So again, computer to mobile, mobile to mobile, and then this method or system for delivering web content to a mobile device. And again, all of these are patent protected, giving AppTech Payments Corporation that deep moat of intellectual property that we've talked about in a number of other videos. So with that being said, if we now move over to the products and services tab here, you can see their omni-channel payment solution. And before we get into the next article, I just wanted to quickly show all the different forms of service or optionality that this company offers its current customers. So again, payment experiences across all different channels or omni-channel solutions. You've got text to pay, which we just talked about, online and mobile payments, contactless payments, hosted and embedded checkout options, invoicing, subscriptions, virtual terminals, split payments, so if you actually want to split up the bill between a group of people or friends, and digital merchant onboarding. So a wide variety of solutions being provided by the team at AppTech Payments. And this really ranges from some of the more traditional payment technology, so in-store, mobile, and contactless payment solutions. So these are the actual machines or devices that you see at checkout in store, allowing you to pay with credit, debit, or even your cell phone. And the cool thing about this, the devices are actually available for rent, lease, and in most cases you can actually BYOD or bring your own device. So this is going to generate some recurring revenue for the business. Now the next solution here, moving along in terms of technology, is innovated e-commerce. So this is going to be immersive online payment and shopping experiences to rival big retailer. So this is actually the payment solution for websites that's hosted and embedded in these various companies' different website experience. This is the one that's powered by that API, which stands for Application Programming Interface, and really powers the e-commerce experience for these different clients. Now this will give businesses or service as a software providers the ability to deliver memorable and high conversion customer experiences, so really streamlining the experience for customers and clients of AppTech alike. Now the final one specifically called out under this omni-channel umbrella is their text-to-payment solution. So this is the SMS payment or text payment and invoicing capabilities we referred to on the last page. This is going to leverage their immersive patented text-to-pay capabilities, so those patents we just discussed, with one of the most popular methods of communication in the world being SMS messaging or text messaging. Businesses and service as a software providers have access to pre-built and API-driven features to easily create and send invoices via text and to enable customers to pay with the tap of their finger. And for me personally, this is definitely where I see the future of payments moving, as people are now glued to their cell phones, and I personally see the cell phone replacing the wallet over the next couple of years. So with that being said, now that we have a general understanding of what AppTech Payments Corporation is all about, some of their innovative intellectual property, and the various different payment solutions or services that they offer, I wanted to jump over to this article from Tech News Trends and take a closer look at 5 key reasons why they're so excited about this company moving forward. So again, you can see trades on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol APCX. I'll leave a link to this article in the video description below, again, if you'd like to go in and take a closer look for yourself. And the article is titled, "McKinsey Declares the Great Fintech Reset is Underway. One company could be about to dominate all digital payments," obviously referring to AppTech Payments Corp. Their 4 patents could bring big tech to its knees, taking over the $2.5 trillion global digital payment market, and that's not all. So in terms of total addressable market, you guys, it really doesn't get much bigger than this. $2.5 trillion is an absolute massive prize here. And again, AppTech has this intellectual property that makes them a front runner in this space. So as we continue to scroll down, 5 key reasons why AppTech Payments Corp can quickly become the next fintech giant. And again, this is exactly what we as investors want to identify early, is these small cap penny stock companies that have the potential to move into the blue chip realm. So number 1, consumers, especially Gen Z, are frustrated with the high friction payment systems and poor digital shopping experiences that they currently find themselves using over and over. So I personally can attest to this. Although I'm not Gen Z, you guys, it seems like the payment technology and infrastructure really hasn't progressed. We're still using cash in a lot of situations, which really doesn't make a lot of sense. And on top of that, a lot of the digital payment technology really is overdue for a facelift. Number 2, traditional payment systems were built long ago and were not built to scale for online and phone payments. So this is exactly building on that point, you guys. Technology changes so rapidly in our world, and it's important that the supporting infrastructure, including payment systems, really keep up with that technology. Now the third point here, and don't worry, we're going to talk about these in more detail. AppTech Payments Corp has the only seamless digital payment system that integrates banking and merchant functions for frictionless transactions. So this is key or paramount to this entire article or this bullish thesis around APCX, you guys. Their technology is best in class, and it's the only system that's truly seamless from end to end. Now, the fourth point here, another very important or key thing to consider, MasterCard and Visa have both signed on and are fully integrated within the AppTech system. So these are 2 of the biggest payment giants in the entire world. And obviously crucially important that you have their support if you're going to see widespread user adoption. And the 5th and final point, the company has 4 patents, which we talked about, that cover any invoicing or sale between a computer to computer, a computer to cell phone, and a cell phone to cell phone. And that's specifically why I wanted to spend some time on that in the intro here today, you guys, just to understand these various different payment formats and the technology and intellectual property that supports each one of these outcomes. So with that being said, now we're going to dig a little deeper and look into this article in a little bit more detail. And interestingly enough, they actually had some big news that came out May 24th. AppTech Payments closes the acquisition of Hawthorne and their powerful patent portfolio. So if we quickly take a look here, you guys, you can see this news that came out just a couple of days ago actually expands AppTech's patent portfolio exponentially. You can see AppTech now owns Hawthorne's portfolio of 12 patents. These patents are focused on the delivery, purchase, or request of any products or services within specific geolocation and time parameters provided by a customer's cell phone anywhere in the United States. So very complementary to the existing portfolio of patents under the AppTech umbrella. And the acquisition of Hawthorne's intellectual property portfolio continues to secure AppTech as a serious provider of fintech services. In combination with AppTech's current patents and platform, these patents allow simple integration and a consistent buyer experience via all channels of commerce, including virtual and augmented reality environments and the metaverse, positioning AppTech as a unique provider in the fintech marketplace. So not only is AppTech extremely well suited for today's payment solutions and challenges, but they're also looking forward into the metaverse and some of these high growth opportunities that are coming down the pipe over the next few years. And again, you see comments from the CEO, Luke D'Angelo. We are excited to officially begin the process of combining our technologies with those of Hawthend, which will serve as a cornerstone of AppTech's upcoming product suite. So again, future ready here, you guys. Super exciting news, and a big congrats to the team at AppTech for closing this acquisition. And ultimately, this is what's going to create that barrier to competitors or the competition. Again, we talked about that competitive moat, which will be difficult to breach without licensing our technology or paying a royalty to AppTech for online transactions or geofence triggered advertising. So opening up various different revenue opportunities down the road using this strong portfolio of intellectual property, which has just been expanded in a big way due to this acquisition. Now, pivoting back to tech news trends, you can see here people are fed up. We've talked about this a little bit throughout today's video. There's a lot of financial technology out there, but at the end of the day, moving money from person to person, business to business, or paying for goods and services in the crypto space still seems more difficult than it should be. And a lot of times you see this with the need to actually download or log into multiple different third-party accounts or apps to actually manage day-to-day transactions or payment solutions. And this is what's actually creating that golden opportunity for AppTech Payments Corporation. So Gen Z, again, more than 1/3 or 38% of Gen Zers say they allow a brand just 1 second chance to fix a mistake. And after that, they're actually going to move on and find a new solution. So a lot of these companies, although maybe they get the opportunity to serve these Gen Zers once, if they make a mistake or the platform itself is clunky, these people and customers are going to move on and try and find, again, more seamless solutions like those being offered by AppTech. And that's exactly why brands can't afford to ignore the power of poor digital experiences or overall level of service. So enter AppTech Payments Corp with this radically different financial architecture and the patents to support it. So as we talked about earlier, they're the only company offering a seamless digital payment solution that will change the game forever moving forward. They own all the technology patents, which we've talked about, and according to company sources, several large players have already signed on for full integration with their system. So we already talked about Visa and MasterCard, but there's other major players that are already dipping their toes in the water in terms of AppTech's technology. And this is really what's positioning them to be an extremely strong competitor in this space, or eventually make other competition really irrelevant. So it's practically the holy grail of untapped opportunity, as the article states. No one in the mainstream is talking about this. The earning potential is on par with market behemoths and perhaps even bigger, and they're the only fintech solution that eliminates the need for costly and potentially buggy middleware. And again, those bugs are exactly what's turning customers off of the current solutions. And the article uses this red ocean versus blue ocean analogy, talking about the red ocean as jumping in with the sharks, so the existing behemoths in this space, or jumping into the blue ocean, which is clear sailing and really ripe for the picking using new technology. And this theory or analogy was actually created during the early 2000s in the halls of Harvard University. It's an economic theory or analogy around banking software. The red ocean includes all of the big merchants, so the existing players in this space, the banking software companies that are picking each other apart with price wars in an ocean of big money. Obviously, this is a very difficult environment to operate in, very competitive, or what they call bloody, creating that red water condition. Whereas the blue ocean is where AppTech is actually looking to swim or operate. So there's no blood there, there's no competition, and that's really where that $2.5 trillion opportunity actually lies. So while these existing companies duel it out over here and battle each other, price gouging, racing to the bottom, AppTech is really going to focus on the big prize or the blue ocean, and rather than spending all of that time and energy battling other companies, they can invest that into their people, their technology, and that portfolio of intellectual property, or even on merger acquisition type of activity that we just looked at to bolster that moat to better protect from some of these other players. So I thought that was a really cool or interesting analogy and way to look at this space, especially considering how highly competitive the financial space is and your knee-jerk reaction to think that a lot of these startups are really going to have to battle it out head-to-head with some of these existing blue-chip giants. Now the article then goes on to talk specifically about the patent. So again, you can click here to view the exact patent itself, which we did earlier in the presentation. And as the article states, the big reason it's going to be hard to beat AppTech ever is their patent portfolio. They have 4 impenetrable patents already assigned to them. These patents are powerful and cover any invoicing or sale between computers and cell phone and any variation of that. And based on this patented portfolio, you could almost say that a lot of companies are already in breach of these patents with their current operating models, although AppTech has not looked to enforce them at this point in time. But definitely a strong bargaining chip down the road as they look to convert companies or customers to begin switching them over to the AppTech system. And that point there is exactly what's setting the stage to let AppTech Payments become this next giant in the fintech space. So according to JP Morgan, by 2025, so just a couple years out, widespread adoption and greater use of digital financial services could increase the GDP of all emerging economies by 6% or about $3.7 trillion, creating 95 million new jobs. So this technology not only simplifies people's lives, but it also allows new people to enter the global commerce space and ultimately grow the size of the overall economy. This potential is already being realized, and today there are at least 6 payment and fintech unicorns. Those are companies that are startups that are valued at greater than $1 billion in Africa alone. So we're starting to see some major developments in the fintech space, and these small cap or penny stock companies come up in a big way and take center stage in a very short amount of time. So when you start to think about the amount of money changing hands or the opportunity in the fintech space or financial space overall, it really is quite mind-blowing, you guys. Again, keep in mind some of the biggest companies in the world, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, they don't even have a $2.5 trillion market cap. So the fact that this opportunity has been estimated to be in the range of about $2.5 trillion really is quite astonishing, especially when you compare that to the current market cap of AppTech Payments Corporation. Now, the other big area of opportunity I personally see for this company is in the cryptocurrency space. So we can see the rise of cryptocurrencies being used in business really is all over the place right now. Deloitte states more than 2,300 US businesses now accept Bitcoin. And according to one estimate from late 2020, that doesn't include Bitcoin ATMs. So you're starting to see those pop up more and more frequently throughout major urban areas. So this increase in the number of companies worldwide that are now using Bitcoin and adopting Bitcoin as a form of payment is now really creating an opportunity for various different investment, operational, and transactional solutions for these digital assets. And again, this is where we're seeing that fragmented or clunky solution that's currently in place. So in a lot of situations, you need to download various different apps. You need to use multiple different systems to actually convert, upload, download, and transfer these digital assets. But the AppTech platform actually has all of these capabilities integrated into the one-stop shop. You can pay in any acceptable form, and it's converted on the fly to the currency of that sale. So you don't need to worry about downloading any of these multiple different products, apps, logins, whatever the case is. It's direct payment with the conversion already embedded in that transaction. So again, this is a huge market opportunity, and according to a report from the Global Payment Gateway Market, it's expected that digital assets will generate revenue in the neighborhood of about $67.4 billion by 2028, growing at an exponential compound annual growth rate in the neighborhood of about 16.5% from 2021 to 2028. So the opportunity here to streamline cryptocurrency transactions is absolutely massive. And again, tack that on to the existing $2.5 trillion opportunity, and the numbers really do start to look quite compelling. And with that being said, the final thing I wanted to bring up in this article is really the transition we're now seeing, or the growth within AppTech Payment Corporation from what they call AppTech 1.0 to AppTech 2.0. So AppTech 1.0 was really focused on the infrastructure development, getting the team in place, and getting ready to launch. Whereas AppTech 2.0 is really focused on revenue generation and moving this business into the big leagues in terms of top line revenue. So the platform itself was envisioned to be for everything from receiving money to all other banking services. So again, that omni-channel or one-stop solution. The team set out to create the only single platform that does both sides of the banking and merchant processing in the world, which they've now achieved. The systems today or the competitors require a ton of programming using the current patchwork solutions, and this is what causes that confusion of various different databases trying to talk to each other, multiple systems that are intertwined, and the general or overall confusion that AppTech was trying to solve for. So with AppTech, the integration fees are lower and the cost to create and maintain a great user experience between all sales channels is much lower. Whether you're talking about in-store, online, phone, it's actually about 25% cheaper in terms of the cost of upgrading or hiring out developers yourself. And the bottom line is this integration of the AppTech solution or this omni-channel solution in large enterprises is millions of dollars cheaper. And in the case of mid-sized companies, in a lot of cases, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars cheaper than to actually upgrade or develop this in-house. So the table has been set, the team, the patents, the technology are now in place. Obviously, the AppTech solution is head and shoulders above the competition and really allows them to compete in that blue ocean space to take advantage of this huge multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. And it's actually rumored, or the footnote here, that there's going to be some big releases in the next couple of weeks that may have something to do with the metaverse and the Oculus platform. So this is definitely one to keep an eye on here, you guys. Again, the team that's been assembled at AppTech Payments Corp is all-star. They've got a ton of experience in the fintech and financial technology space, headed by Luke D'Angelo, which we talked about throughout the article here. I definitely recommend you go in and take a closer look if you're looking at picking up shares in this company. Again, I'll leave a link in the video description below to the company website and the article here from Tech News Trends. So for those reasons, you guys, and everything else we covered in today's presentation, this is definitely one that I'm personally excited about. It's in a super high growth space. They've got a deep moat of intellectual property, an all-star team that they've assembled, and a seamless solution to some of these payment challenges that other companies haven't been able to solve for. Not to mention, they've got the opportunity coming down the pipe in terms of the metaverse, cryptocurrency, and some of these new and revolutionary technologies that we're starting to see emerge. I'd be super curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're currently holding shares of AppTech, what you think about their technology or their solutions, and how you think they stack up to some of the other players in this space. If you're still watching the video at this point in time, hopefully you found some value. So make sure you hit the like button before you leave. And if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. That's all for now. Thanks so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.